All right, so here we go again. I mean, sorry about the little clip off here. This is the. I want you to look at this. Their green. This green plan is this. And be not a cancer on the earth. Now, the way that these mask lovers and these people that are buying into everything here look at this. I mean, they look at people like me and other people as that cancer. White, family man, not wearing a mask, going to church, believing in God. We're the kind of people in their minds that have destroyed the earth. Because we won't harmonize with the evils of the world and the sin of the world and the way that actually a lot of the church and the Christians do harmonize with those things, and that's why the church has fallen in the first place. That's why a lot of people are in a really bad relationship with God, because they've thrown out his commandments, thrown out what he says, thrown out all the things they were taught and they learned through their walk. And well, let's go into something different there. But so we got giving us a glimpse. They're giving us a glimpse. The pandemic hasn't given us a glimpse. They and the people who donate billions of dollars to them are the people that are giving us a glimpse of the world they want us to live in now. And we're not have cleaner skies and rivers. They've been chemtrailing the skies for the last 20 years. It's so bad the last 10 years you can't even see the sky. Are y'all going to stop chemtrailing the skies now? Once everybody stays inside like a good boy and girl? And then are you going to admit that you actually been doing that for all these years and tell people the real reason why? Or are you just going to tell them it's been for their health and for their goodness and for our environment and for the world and for the benefit of all and the harmony of the infinite? You've been spraying the skies with chemicals affecting, well, what is really back to this. Boom. You see. Now in the book, there we go. This is the Manifesto for a Green Recovery. Is this book right here. Chapter 1. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. The final chapter, chapter 10, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature, leave room for nature. So this book, front to cover, population control on both ends. The cancer of the people of the world. This is the heroes that people are looking at, the media is spouting off, the saviors of the world. This is what they want. Here's their book, both covers. Both covers of the book, open and close. It's an open and closed case. Population control. In the middle are the ways and the rules and the new laws, some of the ways of how they're going to get to that and complete that task, and some of the new ways and laws of their new world. It's just sick. It's just sick that, although this has been up here for years, you now got publishing this, and there's other things they've been saying where they've admitted to things that people don't care to listen to. They're telling people what they're doing, what their goals are, what their mission is, how they're changing the world, how things will never ever be the same again. They use the same words. They use the same the same mindset, and if you know how to look for it and see, they're using the same words to describe this new world that we're going into. And they use things like, words like cleaner, building back, recovery. With 6 policy prescriptions for protecting nature, promoting healthy food systems, transitioning to renewable energy, building livable cities. These things are just... Don't let some of these things trick you, folks. You got to understand that there's really, look at the symbol up here. All right. There's a lot there. I'm not going to talk about all of it, but the snake here, this is them saying they are Moses in the desert holding up the brazen serpent. And if you know that story, then you know that there was a situation where all of the people had turned against God and gone into idolatry or some form of thing that made them defile before God. And they all got bit by poisonous snakes that God sent in there, and these poisonous snakes killed thousands and thousands of people. And they were everywhere. So the people were coming to Moses asking, what do we do? We're getting killed by these snakes. Go ask God to help us and tell us what to do. So God told Moses to take a staff and mold a bronze serpent onto it, on the top of it, and then stand up in front of all the people and hold the staff up into the sky, or in front of them, and that whoever looked upon it would be healed from their poisons, from their sickness, from their death that was imminent. And all you had to do was look at that symbol. Well, that's a really cool Bible study on its own, one that actually confused me for a long time, up until the last couple of years of my life. But the World Health Organization is trying to tell you that you can trust them with your health. All you got to do is look to them to be healed. No. They are not going to help you. And looking to them, and listen to what they've been saying, and we're looking and listening so far. They're trying to kill everybody. And I'm going to have to bleep that out. You can't trust these people. They're a snake. They got a snake as a symbol. I'm just leave it simple and easy. Make things easy and simple. People looking for in-depth reasonings and in-depth deep studies into things to make you believe it, or to help build up enough evidence for you to change your mind. You're going to have a lot of trouble these days. A lot. You're going to have to learn how to have faith in the Word of God and trust it. And you're going to have to learn how to not be so faithless on the things of God, but then have so much faith in the things of the world, and just willing to just go along with the ways of the world and the people of the world, the businessmen of the world, the leaders of the world, the doctors of the world, and then make people prove God to you over that garbage. And I'm not going to waste my time. This is the plan right here. And this really is, this isn't just part of the groups that believe this. Okay, you got the whole enemy and its system, and different, so it's like it's a body with many parts. pretty much everybody, no matter what their secret society is or whatever part of the whole they are, the ultimate thought and desire is to have a one religion and a one language, and the one religion being Satanism or Luciferianism, or AKA the New Age, New World religion, the I Am religion, the religion of I am my own God. That's Satanism, people. That is Satanism. There's different aspects of that. This all here you see is satanic, except protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. But then when you take it in context of the way they say, they believe it and they think of that, then it is satanic again. But if a normal person takes it and looks at it, it's not a satanic thing. Everything on this list coming through their minds, the way they look at it, is satanic. And I just can't believe that things are moving along so quickly now. But here we are, and people need to wake up, realize that we got some bad people out there that are in charge of things and that are looking to take more control and more power of your cities, your towns, and not just, they want to get in at the higher levels and try to mandate laws across the board, across the world. But then they want to come into your state, your towns, your cities, and lock everybody down completely, make them all fall in line, fall in order. And the only people that have the capability of this are ultra billionaires with the funds and the money to be able to afford such large projects. And because in their minds they are the saviors of humanity and they got billions of dollars, there's been no greater thing to spend money on for them than to spend money on their own fruitful desires that they have of saving the world. And so they can then go into governments all over the world, different nations, different leaders. They can offer all sorts of services and benefits and free money, and then they can take things away. They can give and they can take. They think they're gods, and they are little g gods in this world, and they're treated like gods. And they're basically worshipped as gods, because now all kinds of people around the world are doing as these little g gods are telling them to do, and completely changing their life, and they're having faith in these people without seeing any evidence for anything. And people are not, you can't believe in God. Oh, there's no evidence for God. There's all these evidences. There's no evidence for the garbage that's going on in the world right now, barely. I mean, there's some things, little things happening, but we're being told it's the end of the freaking world. And everybody's giving up everything. I ain't seen nobody sick yet. I ain't heard of anybody even. Seen nor heard. But they want us to give up our freedoms, give up our freedom of speech, not be able to even talk about things. I can't talk about things. I can't even tell people how upset I am about this. No, you're not allowed. Because you see, passion, faith, and tradition things must be with tempered reason. You see, even though you're being passionate and faithful, and you're talking about the tradition of carrying on a family business or carrying on a line of family that is allowed to eat and produce and go to church and live, and you're trying to carry that on, you're not being reasonable. You might cause an old person to die one day because you went outside that day, and then your germ traveled through the wind and it went 20 miles or went over to across the street or whatever. I don't know what the ridiculous things they come up with. And then you infected somebody and they happen to already be kind of weak, from being old and from being sick with these other diseases, and then you just gave them your cold and you killed that person, and now you should stay in your house and be in prison the rest of your life. and your kids should be taken away, and this should be shown as a movie to show the whole world how that you kill somebody one day, and then the consequences of people breathing and having freedoms and going outside can kill people. You're being a cancer on the earth. You have to leave room. You have to social distance. Leave room for nature. We're not social distancing from nature enough, people. We need to back away from each other and back away from nature, okay? And let it be. Because, see, it's better than people are. And there's some messed up people in the world. I understand that there's sin in the world and that people do messed up things, but we're still human beings. God made us to care about other people. We don't just throw away people like trash, like they do. It don't matter what race, what creed, what religion you are not made to be thrown out like trash. They want to throw you out like trash. And even if I was one of the 500 million, I wouldn't even want to be with those people. I'd rather be dead with all the real people. I don't want to be with them. Oh, I'm lucky to be alive with a bunch of people that are all happy everybody else is dead, and they're like, yeah, well, they learned their lesson. You know? They should have been nicer to the trees. They should have worn their mask. They should have done what we told them to. They should have put their Bibles in the thing and thrown them away. When we got rid of all the world religions, all these other world religions didn't have a problem with giving up their religion. Only had problems, and we got rid of them. Nobody had a problem with it. Why are you having a problem with it? Why are you being so passionate about this? You need to be tempered. You need to calm that down. Calm down. Settle down. Why are you tripping out about these freedoms and things you're talking about? Like, just get rid of that and then calm down, okay? Because you're acting crazy, and it's scaring me. It's invading my safe space. Everybody's falling for this, all right? A lot of people are falling for this. You better listen to the message. You better read this right here, Georgia Guidestones. Go study about it. Go read about things connected to this, and then go read and follow how the people at the highest levels that you trust, in the organizations and government that you trust, that are pushing this new world way that we're seeing, the way the says things will never go back to the way they were. This is the new world. The people pushing this are these people. So you better get with the program. You better wake up, people.